everybody, welcome to the Huron Public Library. My name is Angela, and today we're doing our July craft, and it's string art, and we'll be making a sunshine with a saying. Let's get started. Okay, so if you signed up for a kit, you would have gotten this, and the biggest thing is that you have a board, and this one is 17 by 11 inches. And in the bag, you would have gotten paper instructions, and also a paper pattern. We also have some string, a container full of nails, a small container of paint, and then a saying that we're going to put on this on the board. This one says, "You are my sunshine." They also could have picked from "Hello Sunshine." And then what you're going to need from home is you're going to need a hammer, a paintbrush, a scissors, and then also you're going to need some school glue. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is move everything out of the way except for the paint. Keep that out. And what we're going to do for our first step is we're just going to paint the whole top of the wood blue for our background. So take out your paint. And you won't have to reuse this again. So if you use it all at this step, that's fine. Okay? And I used a foam brush. You can use whatever kind of brush you want, just because our container is kind of small. So I used a smaller brush. And we're just going to do a light coat across the whole thing. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to pour this right on the wood, and we're going to spread it around because we're not using it for anything else. And I'm only going to do a light coat because I want the wood grain to show through the paint. So, because this is going to be our background for the sun, so it's like the sky. That's why we chose blue. And the wood will soak in a little bit, as you can see over here. It's already starting to soak in, and that's fine. And it actually shows through a little better. You can paint your edges if you want. I'm not going to. Okay. If for some reason you have too much on your wood, I have a little bit here. I'm gonna let it dry. But if you wanted to wipe some of this off so you can see the grain, you could get a paper towel just to wipe some of it off. All right. So we've got our coat of blue paint on here, and it's had some time to dry. My hands got a little paint on them. We're gonna take our pattern, and it should fit right over top of your board, right like this. Okay. And the saying is on there just so you kind of know spatially where your saying is going to go. We're going to take nails and we're going to put them through each of the blue dots. And you have a little container of nails. You'll have a couple extra just in case we bend a couple while we're hammering. Okay? So you're going to nail right through the paper into the wood. Okay? I'm going to start with the first one. It doesn't matter where you start as long as your paper doesn't move. Okay? So we'll just start right here. Take your hammer and you're going to hammer them in so they're about a ½ inch into your board. Okay? Just like that. And you're going to go through every single one. Okay, and you kind of want them all to be the same height, so you can use your hand to kind of feel how if one's sticking up higher than the rest. There we go. Okay, so we're on our last nail. Let's get that in there. Okay, so now that all of my nails are in, what you're going to do is you're just going to tear your paper off. And we don't need the paper pattern when we're done, so if you totally destroy it, that's fine. There we go. And if you have a little pieces left over, just pick those out. Okay. All right, so the next part we're going to do is the string. Okay, so you're going to grab your string and unwind it from the end here. And we're just going to unwind it a couple times so we don't get it tangled. Okay, and you're going to tie it off on any nail in the middle. I'm going to start here. And you're going to leave a tail of about 3 inches. Okay, let's tie a regular knot. Okay. That's going to be our anchor so it doesn't move. Do one more when we're pulling on it. Okay, and you can just push it down to the bottom of the nail. Okay, so what we're going to do is each nail in the middle has a nail on the outside that corresponds with it, like this. So we're going to do the rays of the sun first, and then we'll come back and we'll fill in the middle of the circle. Okay, so you can do this a couple ways, but the way I did it is I want all of my rays to be the same. So for example, I went down around like this. So see how it's 2 lines? What you could do is cross them and go this way. But I'm not going to cross them. I'm going to do them all so there's 2 lines. Like this. Okay, so I'm going to keep going around. So what you're going to do is you're going to go around your bottom nail, go around the nail next to it, go up to the nail it corresponds with, and when you go back down, go around that nail again. That way you end up with those 2 lines. You're just going to keep going around the whole time. Just like that. And unravel some string as you go. Okay. So the big thing is to remember to go around that nail again when you get to the bottom. Okay. So the important thing is just to keep a good tension, because if you let go, it'll pop back to a couple nails and you'll have to go back. So we're just going to go all the way around here. Okay, you should end up where you started. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it to that tail we left so that it anchors it so that the rays of the sun don't move as we do the inside of the circle. Okay, just tie a regular knot here. There we go. Now it won't move. And you can go around and push your rays down if you want to. Okay, so leave that tail there. So to fill in the middle, you can do it multiple ways. You can just do it however you want. Just go to a bunch of different nails. I'm going to do mine kind of in a star pattern. So I'm going to go kind of across, and I'll just keep going back and forth. There's an odd number, so eventually it'll off-center the star. It won't be right in the middle. Okay, so let's do that. And I'm going to do it until I end up back at this knot so I can tie them together. Okay, so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go diagonal across. And I'm just going to keep going across, back and forth on the one next to it until I reach my starting point again. And then we'll see how much string we have left over. You can push them down so they're not in your way as you go. Okay. The big thing is not to get your string tangled, because then you'll have to deal with trying to get the knots out. Okay. Keep going. If you get confused on where you were before, you can let up the last string you did to kind of see where you're at. Okay, I will have some string left over, but I want to end where I started my circle. So since this is where my tail is, I'm going to tie it off. Okay, actually what I'm going to do, we'll tie it off and then we'll cut the rest of the string. So let's see here. Tie a good double knot. There we go. So now I won't know it won't come loose. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our tails and we're going to cut them to about 1 inch, because we're going to glue them down to this section right here, and that's about 1 inch. So just cut them here. There we go. And then we're going to use a little bit of school glue just to kind of hide our tails, and we'll glue them into the middle of the sun. Okay, so grab your school glue. Okay, so I'm just going to stick a little bit of glue on my finger. Actually, I'm right-handed, so let's do it this way. There we go. And then just glue these ends down right to the middle of the sun. That way our ends don't fray and it won't ever the knots shouldn't come undone. Okay, there we go. That'll take a little bit of time to dry, but not much. So for the last step of this craft, we're going to add our saying to the bottom here. And you could have had 2, so if you had You Are My Sunshine, it's in 2 pieces. If you had Hello Sunshine, that's in 1. And we're going to stick it right at this bottom corner. All right, turn it around. stick it on. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure it fits where I want it to first before I peel it off. Looks good. So we're gonna do this part first. You just wanna press it down real well so that it sticks to your contact paper. Something hard, so I'm gonna use the bottom of my glue bottle. Give it more pressure than just my finger. There we go. There we go. Okay. And we'll put it right about there. Okay, and then you're gonna stick it down. And then it should stick to your wood. You're just gonna peel the contact paper off. There we go. The sunshine part should be a little easier because it's all connected. It's all one piece, whereas these are all individual letters. Okay, let's press this one down. Okay. There we go. Much better. I'm going to off-center mine a little bit. It's not right underneath my top seam. Okay, and then just press that one down. Okay, and then peel the contact paper off. Whoop. Glue bottle on this as well. Okay, I'm gonna just push it down a little bit. The more force, the better, so it stays on. There we go. And we're all done. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Angela here at the Huron Public Library. And if you'd like to sign up for our August craft, registration is now open. Just visit our website at library.huronsd.com or give us a call, and we'd love to see some pictures of this craft. So you can either send them on Facebook Messenger or call us at the library. Have a good day.